Trenton in the 1960s was plentiful. It was jobs and it was family orientated where people looked out for one another. Wasn't the type of violence that's going on that's plagued Trenton today, but people kind of like stood together and, you know, stand for something and work together to make a change.
The kids were more respectful for adults. And if a parent spoke to us, we respected them because we were raised to respect them.
Well, when I grew up, we didn't have that much violence when I grew up in Trenton. Trenton was just a nice place to live. Recently, with the murders, and it's just a whole, it was a whole turnaround, different now in this city.
It was a nice place to live. It had its crime, but it was a very nice place to live. A supportive community. In comparison to today's.
Most people was working people when they started smoking crack cocaine and doing these other drugs. It's kind of like broke them away from the families, and they were pretty much on their own. They started, you know, just using all the family savings to purchase drugs, and it's kind of like this has changed everything in Trenton. A lot of these kids come from broken families because their parents weren't there. And they're coming up, they're raising themselves. A lot of their parents was in prison. The father might have been in prison, the mother might have been on drugs, and they raised themselves.
Our youth today are so used to people talking at them, not with them, and no one's ever apologizing for the injustices that they had to experience growing up.
They know when you fake it. They know when you just come up with some type of program and you don't really care. You know, I'm out there with these guys every day. People see me and say, God, why are you around them young boys all the time? You know why? Because I love them like my own.
They're very, very keen, and they can read people. And if you come around them and you're not sincere and you can't relate to some of their experiences, then it's a disconnect immediately.
You can't be invisible. You have to be visible with these people so that they get to know you. You got to create communication with them. And I find out by spending time with them, it's given me a chance to invade the privacy of their thoughts, to find out what's going on with them and their families. And to spend this time with them, they also give me information about things that's needed in the community.
I was a leader, then I became a follower. And that wasn't good, because I was going off somebody else's choices and doing things they decided to do, and you know, it's so easy to get caught up. And when I mentor, I'm trying to teach my 5 boys, don't get caught up.
We cannot win killing each other. That's not our purpose to be on this earth. I had to learn that.
I think that's very important, to meet the individual where they are and then help them develop in their process. I think that's very, very important. And the message has to be about love, because you don't see love today amongst our youth.
I'm a motivated speaker. I go in and out of prison if they accept me or let me in, and I speak. And I tell them if they have the second chance now to change their life, if they choose to do so. We are that second chance, because it's so important in my neighborhood that the kids have that second chance.
What I like about the Trenton Violence Reduction Strategy is that it just doesn't target the individual, it targets the family as a whole. So I like the holistic approach, and the fact that they actually, for once, reached out to the grassroots individuals in the community that's already doing the work to make this program a success.
It's desperately needed. I think I've been around for a while. I've seen the changes of the city, from going from good to bad, and right now the Trenton Initiative is needed very bad.
People should get involved. They should get involved by spending some quality time with somebody other than their kids. If everything is going right in their life, they should try to reach out and touch somebody else's life.
I think for young people, the way out is education. I think that's the way out for everybody. But starting early with the young guys, it's just, education is necessary, you know, and I'm trying to make them see there's more than what they've seen already.
65% of men and women that enter the prison system read below a 5th grade reading level. It showed that once they're educated, their chances of reoffending is cut by 50%.
Education is a gateway to success. I think a lot of them need to be more educated and need people that really love them to spend quality time with them. You just can't just, because it's your job and you're getting paid for it, and then you want to work with these kids. You have to love them like they're your own. And I just tell people all the time, I see so much going on. Excuse me. You know, if people actually see what I see every day, you know, maybe they would step up and try to help some of these young men. They're crying, but they're crying inside, and how you get to know by communicating with them.